Gerardo Del Real says a seismic shift is currently in motion in the stock market. What is happening could be the trade of the decade, and Gerardo promises to reveal up to 6 different stocks you can put to use in your portfolio immediately. He's even guaranteeing at least one 4 times winner. We try to reveal as many as we can right here in this video for free. The last time we saw something like this was during the late 90s and early 2000s. But Gerardo is convinced the gains this time around will be even bigger. We're talking about quadruple digit gains from a single play. Of course, commodity cycles are as old as dirt, literally. Demand for good increases, but supply doesn't keep up. Then the price increases, forcing supply to increase, which starts the process of the price subsequently going down thanks to oversupply. It looks a little bit like this chart here. There we go. Right here. It happened during the California gold rush of the mid-1850s and the US shale boom of the 2010s. However, some macroeconomic factors can cause a regular boom and bust cycle to turn into a super cycle. And that is exactly what is happening right now. In fact, according to Gerardo, we're already in phase 1 of the next commodity super cycle as you watch this. We are right here. Now this is where the pitch begins. And what Gerardo is pitching is something, or I should say a special report called the Trade of the Decade. The names and in-depth research of his 6 resource speculations, plus how to identify such plays, have all been put into this special report. Now, all of these picks are actually spread out over 3 separate special reports. And if we scroll down in the teaser, the trade of the decade is the first one featured. But Gerardo also highlights 2 more across which his 6 picks are spread. Now, all of these are included in a subscription to the Junior Resource Speculator newsletter, which costs $199 or $1,999 annually to join. And this is the offer right here, as you can see. Points, and it comes with a few perks, as we'll get to. The $1,999 price tag with a 60-day money-back guarantee, and of course, the bold claim that if you don't see the opportunity making 4 times your money on a single stock over the next 12 months, we'll get a second year completely free. Gerardo highlights 3 reasons why this super cycle will be the biggest ever, which we've condensed on stock exposure and which I'll go over quickly right now. Now, first is, or the first reason that Gerardo highlights for this being super cycle bigger than any other is because of the record amount of cash circulating through the economy. The Fed, as we know, has printed $6 trillion over the past 4 years, or 1/5 of all US dollars ever created. But money printing is just a start. The second reason highlighted is China. Now, American firms that once imported everything from clothes to computer chips to almost just about everything else from China are now moving production back home, or reshoring, as it's called. All of this, of course, is bringing billions of dollars back, which need to be put to work, which pushes commodity prices higher. And the third reason that Gerardo cites is the global transition to clean energy, which governments, at least in the Western Hemisphere, are still pushing. And he highlights the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which invested $1.2 trillion into various projects like lithium-ion battery production and renewable energy infrastructure. Now, these three macroeconomic influences are all pushing commodities higher than ever before. But what specific commodities will soar the highest during this super cycle, and how exactly do we play them? As we revealed, Gerardo zoned in on three specific commodities in his picks, the first of which is gold. And the first company, or the first part of his trade of the decade, is a gold exploration company with a market cap of only around 3.5 million. Now that's a super micro cap, but it is the first junior miner to consolidate the Central Mexican Silver Belt, which is full of high-grade results in past-producing mines, and this company owns a royalty stream with the Canadian-based silver and gold producer. So what is it? It's Kingsman Resources. And the clues all lined up. Kingsman is the first junior to consolidate and explore the historic Las Coloradas brownfield district located within the eastern portion of the Central Mexican Silver Belt. As I'll show now, it also has a current market cap of 3.6 million, and it owns a 1% net smelter royalty on the Los Ricos North project operated by GoGold. So click here, and just to give you a snapshot of Kingsman, and yep, still holding steady at about 3.6 million market cap. Now for the second sector that Gerardo is targeting, he's positioning for big potential profits from the super cycle with copper. Now, I'm going to skip ahead past this as the copper play that Gerardo teases. Unfortunately, there weren't enough clues to reveal it, but he did reveal the final part of his trade of the decade. And that is a commodity with the best supply-demand fundamentals he says he's ever seen. And he's talking about uranium. Now, there's a few reasons uranium is on the cusp of breaking higher. Primary one is the growing need for nuclear power, which emits zero greenhouse gases once a plant is operational. And he gives us a few clues about his pick here. It's a junior uranium exploration company based in the Athabasca region of Saskatchewan, Canada, which has a flagship project along with 7 others. And again, it's a super small microcap of around $15 million. And we revealed this one as Cosa Resources Corp. And once again, the clues lined up like a perfect mine shaft. The explorer's portfolio consists of 7 uranium properties in the eastern, northern, and southern Athabasca Basin region. And closest market cap is currently hovering right around 15.3 million. So, can we really make up to 4 times our money with these plays? Well, let me just start by saying that I'm a proponent of undiscovered, undervalued microcap stocks, as it is one of the last remaining corners of the market where us individual investors have an edge over the big boys. However, what Gerardo is teasing here are a couple of moonshots with bad odds, and here's why. First, most projects or most junior miners will never break ground on their projects. This is just a harsh reality, and it's due to the long process of permitting and the capital intensive nature of drilling. Combine this with stock dilution due to constantly having to raise capital for exploration and little to no backstops through ownership of hard assets, and what do you get? A bad speculation. Now, technically, Gerardo is right in that any given microcap can 4 times given its small size, but unless you have some cash to burn and are feeling especially adventurous, junior explorers are not the best way to play the commodity supercycle. So just a quick recap here as we conclude this video. Gerardo teased a trade of the decade due to a seismic upheaval happening in the stock market. Of course, as we found out, that seismic upheaval is a new commodity supercycle, which happens about once every 2 decades, and it has historically been a wildly profitable phenomenon. Now, Gerardo teases 6 resource speculations over a series of 3 separate special reports, which we can all get if we subscribe to the Junior Resource Speculator newsletter, which costs $2,000 annually. Unfortunately, Gerardo only drops clues on his 3 trade of the decade supercycle opportunities, and we were able to reveal 2 of the 3 right here for free as Kingsman Resources and Cosa Resources, both super microcaps, or super microcap micro, or super microcap junior explorers. Now, both are highly speculative with no proven reserves, which can go to the moon if they strike gold or uranium in this particular case, but can also just as quickly lose 100% of your money. Now, in closing, if you got any value out of this video whatsoever, hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know down in the comments below what your favorite way is to play the current commodity supercycle. Until next time.